All right, welcome to the live stream. My name's Dan. This is Neomustangs. This is my Foxbody Mustang channel. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Yep, got everything going here. Got about, I stream on OBS, so there's about an 8 to 10 second delay when I can respond. So it's not direct live, but the encoder's pretty nice. So yeah. Anyways, wait for some people to get in. And what's up, Mason? It's been an eventful weekend. And by eventful, I mean eventful. Yeah, I figured I'd pop in a little bit early. Come online a little bit early. I was ready to come online, so no big deal. Just extra time, right? Close enough to 8 p.m. EST. What's up, Fat Boys? Thing Man. What's up, Pat? Should be racing Saturday if the weather's good. Try and go for 9s. Well, I mean, we're looking to possibly shake the black car down as well on Saturday, Pat. I don't know if I gotta finish some of the exhaust here. I mean, I've probably spent 10 hours in the lab here. I'm just exhausted, man. I've been going at it since Friday, just trying to get this car ready. You know, we just had it tuned. So, you know, that video will be dropping this week. We just had it tuned on pump gas, mix, 15 pounds, 14 pounds of boost, light timing, soft tune, sort of. It's just been one journey after the other with this car this weekend, in the past week. I did manage to get a bunch of stuff done, though. I'll share with you guys in a little bit. But, what's up, Aaron? What's up, Roger Carlin? Anyone know of a good rotating assembly that I can purchase around $2,500? I still need to keep my standard bore 302 size. There's a lot. There's just so much out there for you, Roger. I mean, Scat, Eagle, K1. Just depends on what you want to do. If you're going to keep a stock bore of 302, just put a forged crank in it. Use your stock pistons and rods. You know, because the crank is, to me, is the weak point. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, I'm early. What's up, cousin Paul? well, Pimp, you know, I already ate, and I'm going to be honest with you, the best reward I could have right now is sleep. Like, it's not the lack of sleep. I just been, man, I tell you, I mean, if you see behind me, like, you guys don't see all the tools over there, just scattered. It's just, I got, like, literally every tool I own. And then my welder, I'm pretty sure I shut the gas off. I don't remember. I'm just exhausted. Building an exhaust, or just, you know, there's just a lot to it. I mean, when you're trying to do a downpipe and a 3.5 to 3 inch, and it's just the 3 inch on putting a 3 inch on a Foxbody, a 3.5 on a Foxbody is crazy. What's up, Anthony Wilson? So, if you haven't had a chance to check out my latest video, I did an unboxing of the Terminator X. Now, there's a lot of things I want to talk about with that Terminator X, and I'm probably going to save it more for a video and discuss, kind of mentioned it in the unboxing. It's just like, you know, as a tuner and a guy who's dealt with wiring for a long time, I mean, that thing just made sense. Everything about it. I remember finishing my engine trans install. I ordered deep dish pizza and a 2-liter Coke. Well earned. I get it. Yeah, don't worry. If it buffers a little bit, don't worry about it. It'll come back. It's probably just the internet hiccuping or whatever. Roger, it's a 9495 motor, which think is cast pistons. It's hyper eutectic. If you got the Foxbody Mustang, if you got a Foxbody 9495 SN95 50, I mean. Broken Tool, what's up? What system did you use for the before Terminator X? I've used them all. I've used the Stinger, the Pimp, the PMS. I learned binary editor by default because Dave Dahlke, the mad scientist, kind of sort of taught me. But even when I go to the dyno, he still tunes my car because he knows more about binary editor than I ever did. But I know how to tune it. So like he references something, I can change it in my tune or whatever. So, but that was the system I used before Broken Tool. Aaron, still no Mr. Freeze dyno result. We have, no. I just been busy on this, Aaron. I have the nitrous, the supercharger and the supercharger with meth track video that's coming out tomorrow. So if you are wondering which one went faster at the track, that one's coming out tomorrow. Then we are going to obviously do the video of the dyno probably later this week or whatever. So I do have the dyno of this video, and I have another video with the T56. I mean, you guys should just see some of the dumb shit that I've had to deal with this past few days. It's crazy. Robert Kretz with the sticker, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. The super chat, super sticker. What's good for an oddball engine setup, inline 6 stuff? Inline 6? You mean like the 300, the old stuff? Best upgrades to your car with no math. Okay, so DJ Skivvies, are you talking about, like, are you a speed density car? Is that what you're talking about? Anyways, I do appreciate it. Robert Kretz. Let me show you some of the crap that I've had to deal with. We're gonna go under the car. Actually, I'll show you guys here in a little bit. About 10-15 minutes, I'll show you what I've done with the exhaust. But here is the killer. Here's I gotta share this story with y'all. I gotta share this story with y'all. So I have owned this car for probably 12 years. And it's went from NA to light turbo to a 351 stock bottom end, a 363, 408, whatever. 351 stock bottom end. I've used the same A9L for 12 years. 10 years. I've never fried it, and I've always checked the capacitors or whatever, and I had to replace a couple before, so I fixed it before. But it's just so happened I just get my Terminator X in the mail the other day, last week. And you probably see where I'm going with this story. We had to wire the ECT, let me get to it. We had to wire the ECT at the dyno, which you'll see in the video, a specific way because the rails were messing with my plug. So we pinned it, you know, because all it is signal and signal return, right? So we pinned it, and it's aluminum, so we heat shrunk it and made sure that it wasn't touching together or whatever. I'm cleaning up the harness Friday. I went for a ride with it on Friday, made some hits, found out I had an oil leak. I'm trying to figure out where the hell the oil leak is, and it wasn't a small oil leak, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. This is stuff that's not on video, by the way. So I'm fixing up the ECT harness, like cleaning up the wiring harness or whatever, and I don't have it in the cannon plug. Like I said, my fuel rail is right over top of the ECT. What had happened was I had this 90-degree ECT like apparatus that was part of my intake. And me and Dave was trying to, we couldn't figure out why the ECT wasn't reading accurately. It was an air pocket in it. So we decided to rebung and everything. We put the ECT back down in the lower front intake. You know, where the heater rail would usually be. You know, I put it down in there, everything was fine, but it was real close to the rail. Anyways, we repinned it. I'm screwing around. I just got back from a hit, breaking the motor in. I was wondering why it was breaking up, so I went and put fuel in it, drove like a bat out of hell. I'm fixing the harness up and taping it, and this is karma. And one of the wires, like, you know, because they're just dangling there, they're not part of the cannon plug anymore. One of the wires just happened to go on a little freaking adventure, went over and touched the positive side of my alternator. I heard a zzz, and I'm like, what the hell was that? Because I'm trying to clean the harness up, so I wasn't paying attention to that one little pin that's over here. So after 10 years, 3 days after I got my Terminator X, which is a complete fuel system that eliminates the A9L anyways, I fried my A9L. I know it's a long story and it sucks, but like, I was always kind of like a badge on my shoulder that I never fried my computer and all the chips and all the tuning that I've done with that thing. And it pisses me off that it went out like that. On a pin out on a cannon plug that's getting replaced with the Terminator X anyways. So it was almost like it was karma. It was just like, stop messing with the A9L even though it's tuned and get the shit done and get the car running or whatever. So figured I would share that with you guys. That's the type of crap that I've had to deal with since Friday. And if you guys see where this oil leak comes from, you'll just be a big what the, right? You'll just be like, what? You'll see. I'll show you. But I know it's a long, stupid story, and most of you guys aren't interested in that, but that's what I've had to deal with since Friday. Like, I almost didn't work on the car at all this weekend because I was that mad. Because you know A9Ls are getting a little expensive to begin with. And how I verified I fried it, obviously, is I plugged it into my computer. It wasn't reading Spark or something. I don't even remember what trace it blew. But we plugged another one of my A9Ls in and the car fired right up. I'm just like, whatever. And that's what's in it right now. So, anyways, I've been chasing since I got the 363 in the car. You know, we've been breaking it down or whatever. I've been chasing this freaking oil leak. And I'm not talking about a couple drips on the ground. I'm talking about it was leaving. I drive it, park it, come back the next morning, and there was a pile of oil about that big. And I'm like, rear main seal, right? No. Wasn't the rear main seal. I got the Moroso. I'll show you guys when I go in there and show you guys the exhaust here in a few minutes, but it's the dumbest shit ever. Like, doesn't make any sense. Anyways, so I want to give a shout out to my dude Hamlin Motorsports here, Andrew. He's here in chat. If you guys got any questions with transmission stuff, if you got any questions with you know, installs, T56, T5, clutch, whatever, he sells it all. So I know they're big on 3650s, and for probably good reason. They modify 3650s to make some power. So if you got any questions, make sure you hit them up. The guys in green, I appreciate you guys in green. You guys are my my club members. We are going to be doing a really good giveaway by the end of the year. Now there's going to be a time frame to that. So there's a link. I'm going to pin it. It's a link to our club membership. I'm going to be doing several levels of giveaway. And I'm not talking about hat and t-shirts, people. You know, I feel like I need to give something back to the channel. I've worked hard on it, but I have no problem giving back. No problem. So I think you guys will enjoy some of the things I've got in mind for that. So if you guys are interested in joining the club membership, make sure you hit the join button below. You go from there. But I also had some hats made. Some new hats. Got rid of the Foxbody restoration thing. I think it's pretty cool. What do you guys think of the blue? I got the royal blue coming, the darker blue. I think the charcoal with the blue looks pretty good. I think the, you know, black and charcoal. And I think this is charcoal and black. Yeah. So I got about 15 hats I'll have, plus these at Fox Takeover, or yeah, Ford Takeover, and I'll have t-shirts or whatever. So anyway, I'll be selling the hats for like 25 bucks a hat. I think that's about the going rate. T-shirts will be like 23. I got another round of them coming right now. I'm not gonna do these ones. I'm gonna do the ones I work in, but I'm gonna change the silhouettes on the back. I like the one coupe silhouette. I'm gonna add that one to it. Anyways, what else? I'm really excited to hook that Terminator X up. I mean, as a tuner or whatever. But I don't know. I didn't video any of this exhaust. I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I get in Lego mode, and that's what I call it, when I get in build mode, I do not want to be camera. Like, I literally had 90s music rocking in the background, and I was welding and cutting and fitting and cutting and welding and mounting, and it was awesome. I was having a good time. Anyways, let me get back into some of this chat. What's up, Dan? I see you got... Yeah, dude. Frankenstein Garage. I got a mess behind me. What's up, Paul D. Fox? If you guys get a chance, check out Paul D. Fox and Broken Tools Foxbody channels on the rise. I think there's a couple other ones in here, too. You guys can shout out if you want. I don't care. Would you recommend changing the location of the eye? Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Funky 50? He's got another one, another channel there. You guys get a chance. We started a little bit early for you guys, about 15 minutes ago. But better, better early than late or on time. So I'm going to get over here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm up against. Let me get back in here. What's up, Mr. Terminator? Hey, man. I'm just trying to be cool like you, Funky 50. What's up, Trunkback Jim? 7750. Have you considered coyote swapping one of your Foxes? No. Not right now. Caleb at Foxcast has got that locked down pretty good. It's not the fact that I won't do it. It's the fact that I've already came this far with like my 363 stroker and my 408 stroker that I won't change Dad's car to a Coyote. That's all stock block, whatever, pushrod 50 stuff. So if I Coyote swapped anything, it would be probably Hobo 50 next year, which would be the, it would be the coupe that I got sitting out here that I got. You guys will see soon in the channel. But that's about it. Aaron, let him on. Are you doing the dyno shootout? Probably. Like, don't take a lot of stock in the video with the dyno with this car. So things are going to change before long. What do we got back here? I have my Turbo Mustang IAT before my throttle body. That's where it should be, Roger. My IAT is actually part of my math. The SET BA 5000 has 6 wires on it. You got signal, signal return, power and ground for the MAF, and then you got signal and signal return for the IAT, aka intake air temperature sensor. So that sensor reads them both. With the Terminator X, what I plan on doing is I plan on actually wiring. I'm wondering if I could actually use the MAF as still or its signal. I'm curious. Instead of pulling the BA 5000 out of the pipe or making another hole to install the IAT down by the intercooler, I'm wondering if I could just unpin and rewire direct to the MAF signal, the MAF sensor that senses the IAT signal. And if the Holly Terminator would pick that up. What's up, Railful Rides? What's up, Donnie B? Almost busted the Fox out today. Wife won out on keeping the garage to herself. Stimkey, what's up? Who all here is okay? You know what? I'm a dyno queen, when it comes to dynoing, I just love to dyno. And you know, if there's a dyno sitting in front of me, I'm finna to be on that. I like to be on that. So I don't think these are the Nitto NT55Rs that come with the SVEs, and these are 10.5s, 315, 35, 17s. I can't even get half throttle in this car without this car wanting to hit the ditch. So I need to buy some street drag radio, aka Mickey Thompson's, like I normally ran in my cars. Matter of fact, my camera's sitting on one. But I honestly don't think that I can get them before Ford takeover, because like everything's on back order. It's driving me crazy. I can't even get slicks. Like, I'm going to be coming to Ford takeover with 2-year-old slicks. I don't even know what I'm going to do about Dad's car, because I know cousin Paul's going to want to race that, and I'm going to probably make a hit in it. What am I going to do about rear slicks for that car? I can't put my 28s on it. My 28s don't fit on my black car. What's up, Louie Luke? Louie Luke is one of my oldest Foxbody friends for you guys in chat. I say it to him every time he comes in here and watches. Lou's been around a very long time. Probably forgot more last week about Foxbodies than a lot of people know. But appreciate you coming in, Lou. It's good to see you. Love the Dino Show. What's up, Anthony Wilson? Appreciate the $6.99 Snapchat or Super Chat, Super Sticker, brother. I appreciate you supporting the channel with that. Always goes to a good place. You guys aren't going to, I'm telling you, you guys aren't going to be disappointed with those giveaways at the end of the year. Like, I think I'm going to set it up. Like, this money, the money that I make on my channel, guys, stays in the channel. I talk to Brutal often enough to at least be able to relate with him on everything that he says. Because we talk about stuff like this, and it's exactly the same thing. We have the same outlook. The money that we make on YouTube, the money that we make with the ads and the super chats and the memberships or whatever, that money stays with the channel and it stays with the business. It doesn't get pushed. It doesn't get used to pay my electric bill. You see what I mean? I got my stuff covered. So I figured this year was the time for me to start maybe thinking about doing some giveaways to give back to the channel, not to create a little bit of buzz around the channel, not to draw a bunch of subscribers in, but to give back to the people who's already been there. So thank you all so very, very much. Yes, Robert Kretz. Have you checked your jegs for slicks? Yes. Nobody has slicks. I'm looking for the 3053, or excuse me, the 3053S. S stands for stiff wall. Can't find them. 26 10.5s. Can't find them. They're like, oh, they don't ship till July. What? What's up, Smurfit? What size slicks you? Yeah, 25 10.5. 25 26 10 by, yeah. Is it 10 or? Yeah, 10 by 15. I need these stiff wall though. I have a set that I bought from somebody, but I think they're 28s and they're new. I'm almost positive they're 28s. I got the tubes and everything, and I got the wheels, but whatever. Anyways, I have two. Yeah, the Mickey. I'm looking to spend like $1,000 because I'm gonna get the 315, 35, 17 Mickey Thompson street drag radials that I always run, the extreme drags. So I won't put the car in a ditch this year because I plan on street driving this car a lot. And like I said, the Nitto NT55Rs that came with the late model package, I mean, the tire's too hard of a rubber. It's like skating on ice. Anyway, I mean, I'm looking to spend money for the slicks too, so it's time. Lewis, you're always giving back to the community more than anyone have known. Treated the community like family. It's always about family, bro. It's always about family. So let me show you guys. We're about 30 minutes in, so let me show you guys the exhaust that I was doing. Now, disclaimer here, not a professional welder, and everything's already just tacked. I still have to take it down and TIG it all-ish, and grind it and paint it and whatever. So don't beat me up on my welds. And disclaimer as well, number 2, I'm going to try to keep the camera as still as possible so it doesn't feel like you're in a windmill. Does that make sense? So I'll go over here and show you this crazy oil leak. This is some non-video stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, you can see what I got going on here. Let me set this camera up like this. And go slow. So I'm going to try to keep it still as possible. I mean, I bought this on Amazon. I got 3-inch, and it's got like these little slip fits and stuff. So instead of like butting them together when I welded them, I just slipped them in. I wasn't looking for nothing perfect, you know. So we haven't finished the driver's tailpipe. That was the last piece I need to do. And I got to do some trimming. Obviously, I got to come up a little bit here. You can see how it's moved. It's only moving because I haven't clamped it. But I got to come up. I got to come up here and move this up about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, because I don't lose this gap a little bit. And I got to keep it away from my tire here, because you remember my slick's going to come over more too. So I want to be able to not have to worry about it with racing and stuff. If I lose you, don't move. I'll get back to chat here in a second and answer some questions. Let me, got my long extension today. And you can see here, if you're on Instagram, you can see that I did 2 Borla XS mufflers. And this is all 3-inch mandrel bent from a 3.5. So I'm coming off the downpipe, which I'm kind of hodgepodge together there, but it is what it is. It's not terrible. I got a 3.5-inch downpipe that I made, came into the collector, kept it nice and tight in that area, doesn't hit the bell or anything. And then I got the flex fit coupler here, got a couple midsections here, turns into a 3. This is a merge collector, and then I got 2 3-inch mandrel bent nice and tight up to the car. Now, my drive shaft still can come down without me actually removing, when I remove the drive shaft. However, I'm going to have to clearance a little bit here on the corners to make sure I can bring that down. But that's where we're at right now with the exhaust. I think it's a pretty dope setup. 3.5 to 3 to the back. And then I got 3-inch tails. I did some mounting here. I got to redo this when it comes down, but I'm going to be able to, I'm making a stud here and a stud here. And this is kind of a temporary thing, but I'm going to make a hanger here with a 3-inch muffler clamp. So I could just take this whole section down, and the only thing that's not getting welded is my tails, because it was pretty cool because I wasn't able to I can actually take my whole tailpipe out and remove all my exhaust without cutting anything. And it's all 3-inch, 3.5 inch. So anyways, let me show you this stupid oil leak. And I'll get back to chat. Look at this. Stupidest oil leak ever. Let me grab my head thing. Look. There's a hole in the middle of my oil pan. Like, it would make this whole back of this motor a mess. So it was like acting like it was the rear main seal. I couldn't figure it out. I thought it was the oil pan. I thought it was a rear main seal. I thought it was these plugs. I couldn't figure it out. Look, it's right in the middle of the damn pan. All right, I'll put you guys back up. Catch up with chat. But that's where we're at, man. That's what we do. All right, so I do apologize for the camera like shaking or whatever. Like I said, I try to hold it as still as possible or whatever, but it is what it is. So, anyways, That's the crap I've had to deal with this weekend. But I'm pretty impressed with it. It's fit nice and tight to the body. I actually mounted the exhaust to where it's got the front mount, it's got the two side mounts, and then it's got the two hangers in the back at the mufflers, and then I got the tails where you could remove them without cutting anything, and they got their own mounts. So it's going to be a pretty tight little exhaust. So anyways, let me get back to chat here. Pimp, you can find on eBay right now. Yeah, but here's the thing: is you got the people on these websites that claim to still have them in stock, but all they're going to do is trying to sell you product, and then they're going to say, "Oh, there's a back order," after you spent the money. Just trust me. Frankenstein Garage, what do you think about R88Rs for a 17? I'm not familiar with the R88Rs. Which ones are those? Who makes those? Chris O, how you doing? Everything's well, man. How's the black coupe going? Yeah, blue collar. The last thing I remember was waiting on the... Okay. So, 50 Tussin gave you a shout out in your last video. Yes, he did. 50 Tussin did shout me out. And I'm shouting him back out. Rod's been... If anything should be an inspiration, it's the fact that the dude's having fun now. You know, he took a break, caught up on some family stuff, caught up on some, got up on some, his health. Let me tell you what, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of character to have to change your life for your health, especially at my older age, my old ass. It's a constant battle, and if you're ever thinking about getting back into shape, it's never regretful. So I do appreciate Rod a lot. I do appreciate him shouting me out. So if he's watching or whatever, I'm glad you're back, Rod. I'm glad you're back hammering some gears, brother. I've been watching him for a long time. Maybe I'll get to meet him someday. Maybe he'll come to one of the takeovers. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, Toyotas, okay. That's a pretty good tire, ain't it? Somebody was talking mad shit about you on that same video. Oh, you talking about the guy with the... Yeah. Don't pay attention to that stuff. I don't get upset about, it is what it is. Some people like me, some people don't. That's not going to hurt my feelings. But I do appreciate you sticking up for me if you did. What's up, Smitty Bad? I think I remember what that guy was all about. He was basically trying to, outdo me with knowledge or whatever, and I don't care. You know what I mean? I know what I know. I know what I do. I don't call anybody out and call them an idiot. It is what it is. Doesn't hurt my feelings. We're moving on. Anyway, I do appreciate if you did say something. I always appreciate my subs. I've done more on my channel to prove, that I know what I'm talking about than have to worry about somebody just, trying to beat you up on something small and something ridiculous. So anyway, enough about that guy. What else you got going on? You guys part of Foxbody Mafia? The Facebook the group. Somebody put a pretty cool post on there about favorite channels. I actually ended up finding a couple Foxbody channels on there that I thought was pretty cool on that post. There's a lot of them. There's so many of them out there at this point now, and it's good. It's a great post. Darn right I did. I do appreciate you, Stimky. Smitty Bad, I have a 500 miles on my build. Damn, how long does it take for work out all the gremlins in my turbo car? Let me tell you. it's what I tell everybody. Like, it'll never end. Like, maintenance on a turbo car never ends. Like, once it goes turbo, something's leaking, something's ticking, something doesn't work right. Why did it break up now? Why is it breaking up? Why am I out of fuel? It is what it is, bro. But you know what? That's what we love to do. So, you know, stay with it. You know, don't get disheartened by it. Frankenstein Garage, Dan, when you bring that black car down to Columbus area and hurt some feelings, man, I'm telling you what, I just want to drive it. Like, I've hardcore raced this car for so long. Like, it needs a paint job. Like, it looks nice, but guys, be honest with you, my car is not, you know, it's got clear coat peeling, it's got paint chips and nicks, and it's one of 10,000 GTs, and I send it. I put it away wet, literally. But I think this year, once I get the exhaust on, get the Holley Terminator X in, I think we're going to settle down with the black car, run 9s with it if I get there again, which shouldn't be a problem, with a synchroed, full weight, full interior, full exhaust car, and then, you know, maybe just drive it for like 3,000 miles this year. Got the white car. Actually, I got some news about the white car. You guys remember I went to Big Dog Fab to get one of my turbo kits rebuilt on it, right? Well, he called me up the other day, and he told me, he said, Dan, I can't fit these headers on this 408. It's too big. So I had one of two options: bring the car home and run it NA for a little while, or bring the car home and put a twin on it, a twin turbo setup, or, you know, because I can't use the kit that was built for the white car originally. The one he's trying to refit was for an 8.2 deck 363, just an 8.2 deck motor. And so I just gave him the thumbs up. As I said, just build me another kit. And that's exactly what's happening right now. So he's going to build me an identical kit for the 9.4 deck motor, which isn't going to be cheap. But now I'm going to have this 8.2 deck baller ass stainless monster of a turbo kit sitting on the floor doing nothing when I got the 360. It may end up going in here. It very well may end up going in here. But I know I got to do some shifting around in the engine bay to get it to fit. But we're gonna see what this On3 kit acts like at about 20 pounds. Anyway, what's up, Nathan Tuck? What's up, Tuxedo Fox? Let's talk about you guys now. You guys seen what I've had to deal with. I mean, tell me about this oil leak. Are you kidding me? That was making a mess. That it was just, there was like a slight crack right in the middle of the bottom plate. I guess I couldn't ask for a better spot for it to be leaking. I was getting mad because it was coating the underside of my car with fresh oil, which literally I have to degrease. But anyways, let's talk about you guys. What you guys need. If you got some tech questions, hit me up with them. I'm starting to catch my second wind, man. I'm going to tell you what, about 6:30, I almost fell asleep. It's crazy. Lego mode, baby. Lego mode. What's up, Justin91LX? Justin Elliott, how you doing? Still waiting on my On3 kit to ship. Yeah, guys, you guys are going to have to be patient with On3. I will tell you this. On3, I'm a dealer with On3, but On3 doesn't give me anything free or anything, like the Holley Terminator X kit wasn't free. I didn't get a hookup. I didn't get none of that stuff. Andrew Hanlon and Handler Motorsports and Vengeance Clutch did take care of me and send me a twin disc to test, which that's coming very soon. What'd you guys think of the unboxing video? Did you like that style, or was it too boring? Because I'm going to do that with a clutch kit soon so I can show Vengeance. We're going to put the Vengeance clutch in this car. and we're going to test it most of the summer. So, and I'll give you guys my honest opinion on it. Like, I'm not going to hold back on that shit. So, I'm pulling the passenger front wheel off as we speak. I got some oddball grinding going on. Make sure that your wheel isn't grinding on your caliper and or your strut if you got coilovers. Struts too. I replaced my cap and rotor with new MSD setup. Rotor ended up being bad. Started cutting up at 45. All right. Been crazy busy. What have you been up to? Aaron Lydell, best head if you had to choose for a street-driven 306 on 3,000 pound car. AFR 185. Listen, Aaron, build up to that. Here's an example I want to show you guys. Talk about real quick. Aaron Lydell just asked a question. He said 306 on 3,000 pound car, right? Mild build, right? No big deal. Who's to say that build doesn't change in a year? If you buy 165s, you're going to be stuck with that head if you go to a 347 or 331 or even a 351. So you want to pick a head that you're kind of the next step. So I'm going to do a video talking about tiers, and we've talked about that on live stream before, guys. He's got a tier 1-ish build, the 306, not the turbo kit. I'm talking about the engine itself. If you're going to do a cylinder head, pick the next tier up. That way you can always build into it. You see what I mean? It makes sense, right? So AFR 185, trick flow 11Rs aren't bad. Trick flow 190s, you get me. Donnie B, I'm curious about the Vengeance in a Fox. I like it in my 13. We'll find out. Donnie. Broken tool. My inch and 5/8 Ford Motorsports headers went on my car. Don't fit my 5.0. Hits the block and starter. I think they oh, okay. They never tell you if it's 351 or 302. There should be like a tag on every header. Frankenstein Garage. Oh, that Y connector and the 3.5-inch screen I called Canvas Y connector, and they sell that EFI Pro Systems. I have one on mine and it works great. Nice. Justin Elliott. I have an electrical issue. This Terminator X should fix my 86, and it being an 86 is not a mass. Not exactly sure how the Terminator X does the mass, or if it does. The Terminator X actually deletes, okay, so the Terminator X deletes your O2 harness, it deletes your O2s, it deletes your MAF sensor, because it doesn't require any of that. The Terminator X has a built-in 1-bar for naturally aspirated and nitrous builds. The 3-bar is something you're going to want to go with if you plan on doing a boosted application, or it works with NA too, if I'm not mistaken. I think Donnie told me that. But that's a really plus with that Holley Terminator X is it's getting rid of your O2 sensors using a wideband, and it gets, obviously it gets rid of your MAF because it runs a mapped signal. Yeah, so then you could take your O2 harness out too as well. So. Unless you want to run your low oil sensor, which nobody does, and they don't work anyways. What's up, Frank Three Stangs? Yeah, it should fix you though, Justin. 860 Fox, my on 351 kit is hitting the alternator. With the alternator adjusted as far as it will go. Okay, so 860, what I've dealt with that. If you have the large alternator, try to find the small alternator like the SN95. Also, you might want to think about getting rid of that little return tube on the thermostat. What I did is I cut it off and I plugged it. What that allows me to do is it allowed my alternator to come in another inch. Do you understand? So I wasn't running the... Where does that tube go anyways? That goes to the heater tube. If you're not running the heater tube or running heater core in your car, you can actually delete the little tube that comes off the thermostat. You guys know what I'm talking about. You got the one that goes to the that comes up and goes to the radiator, and you got that little one that bypasses back up to the heater tube. You can chop that and just weld it or drill it and or just put one on that doesn't have a return tube. And on the On 3 351, it'll allow your smaller alternator to come forward more. Because the 78 is a big housing. I had the same problem. You got to get a little fabricated with it. I have had a rotten month. I'm sorry to hear that, Robert. I know you. It was a hurricane, wasn't it? I'm curious whether about. Okay, yeah, he's it's speed density. Tuxedo Fox, New York. My stock 302 has run into some issues, stuttering at 3,500 on second and third gear. Stuttering, like cutting out. Mad Max 1970. Just rode my stalker Foxbody around the county today. Didn't see another Fox at all. Boom, the stereo got a lot of looks. Hey man, I'll tell you what. You drive a Foxbody down the street, everybody gonna look. If they're a car guy. Broken tool. Got my trans mount and my X pipe on my old headers and tails though. Nice. Make sure you guys check out. I didn't even. Justin 91LX has been doing a bunch with his coupe, so make sure you guys check his channel out too if you haven't had a chance. And I think I shouted Paul D. Fox out. He's up and coming. Small channel, but it's getting bigger. It's actually growing pretty quick, Paul. To be honest. Blue Collar Fox, my 347 broken piston ring land this weekend. Looking at DSS Forge to replace my hyper pistons. DSS is just another one of many, you know. To be honest with you, broken collar or blue collar, you could do cheap like Speed Pro. You know, you don't have to do crazy pistons or whatever. You could do. I think Icon is it. Incon's the turbo kit, the old turbo kit. I think it's Icon pistons. There's DSS, there's TRW, I've always had very, very good luck with Wiseco's. So the unboxing was cool. I can't wait to see you put it in. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be. I didn't video us doing this exhaust. I will make a video on what I used and how I did it, but that would probably have been the most boring freaking video you could ever watch. Because it was just me just staring at the car and the pipes and laying it out. I mean, nobody wants to watch a plumber plumb the basement, do they? So, can always move it to the driver's side if you haven't. Okay. Update video coming soon. There you go. Passenger caliper is making contact with wheel. Why all of a sudden? Well, either your bearing is shot, Stemke, or you need a spacer in the front. It's making contact with the caliper, or is it making contact with the strut? That's because sometimes you don't even know, but some of you guys' wheels will touch your strut when you turn your wheel all the way left or all the way right, because the camber changes, and the wheel will come up and rub. Stops pulling, kind of like too much fuel. Stuttering. And that's, what's your combo again, Tuxedo? Nate Madeline, blow cooler, just make sure you gap the ring right. Speed Pro hyper pistons are what broke the man. I'm not sure what happened. I'll look into the SNI. It gets too cold in CT to delete the heater core. I got you. So, but that's one way to do it, though. You know, that's just one way to sort of get that alternator to move in more, if that makes any sense. 860. What's up? What's up, racing? Soul 880 Racing. Anyway, so we are exactly 2 weeks. Obviously, I won't be live streaming 2 weeks from now. I'll probably live stream next Sunday. I was thinking about changing the days I live stream, but you know, maybe do it on like a weekday in the middle, you know, like 8 o'clock on the weekday, get more people. Because I think Sunday's a good spot for me, but like, I don't really start getting a lot of live interest until later on at 9:30 when I'm ready to get off. So thinking about trying maybe Tuesdays. I'm not real sure yet. We'll figure it out. Yeah, the SN alternator is small. It's like a 5-inch alternator. It's not very big, and it's a 130. So, what's up, what's up, Nate? Been a while. Yep, I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stay with probably Sundays because I don't really release any videos on Sundays, and usually I would just be sitting at home watching TV after I worked out or worked in a car or whatever anyway, so it works out better. What's up, Jude Lowe? Yeah, Wednesdays are race night. Neo, you were doing the dyno shootout at Ford Takeover. Aaron Lenemon. Most likely, yes. I mean, I can't compete with the designated race cars, but we'll get old Black Car on there and see what she puts down. I'd be curious to see what Now, I'm going to be coming to the dyno. I'm going to be coming to that dyno at Ford Takeover fresh off my other dyno with Terminator X. So, we'll see. Don't forget, my car is both E85 and pump gas equivalent. So, we'll figure it all out. I appreciate the super chat, 860 Fox. I hope that fixes for you. But like I said, that's a tip of the trade. If you can delete that tube, you can move your alternator in about another inch. I think it might hit the screw that holds the case, but I cut that one out. I didn't care. It worked. What's up, Turbo Man 351? What are you booing about? What'd I do now? Thanks, Pimp. Was going to start with the plug. Okay. What's up, Paul? Yeah, thanks, brother. Trying to do my best. Hey, just keep doing what you do. Just keep doing what you do. You'll be all right. Did you have a dual sync distributor on the Black Car with Terminator X? I do not. Not yet. To be honest with you, if I had been told to get the dual sync when I ordered it a while back, probably would have got it at the same time. I can get it now, but we'll go with what we got now, and then we can always make that upgrade later. Oh, you say boo. What's happening, 351? It's good to see you in chat. I ain't seen you in a while. So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna be the plans with this. I should be done with this exhaust. I should be done with this exhaust tomorrow, Tuesday. I gotta bring it. Like I said, I gotta bring it down. I gotta mount it. I gotta bring it down. TIG weld it. Whatever. Paint it up. Clean it up. Put it back in. And I'm done with that. And then the next big thing is the Holly Terminator. So I'm running out of freaking time here. I gotta get it in, and I gotta get it locked down because I want to come to Ford Takeover on corn fuel. So, well, I can run whatever I want. I'll have both fuels there, but you know, we'll see. Jude Lowe, really excited. I got my car back this week. Trick flow heads, 24-pound injectors, BBK, mass air, stage 1 cam. Nice. Would you do a fender exit exhaust? Me? No. I take that back. I probably would, because I was going to do a hood exit with my white car. But I just felt I probably still will do a hood exit with my white car, to be honest with you. So the fender exit's actually probably better because it doesn't, spit shit all over your windshield like a hood exit would. But yeah, I really took on, I probably shouldn't have took on this exhaust right now. I should have been putting that Holly Terminator in because you figure I got to pull the mass air harness. I got to pull the injector harness. I got to pull all the harnesses just to make room for the Terminator. And then I got to hope that I get it in and get it tuned and learn the system before I can make any power. So Nate Mattingly, my car with Terminator X is having a sputter miss on the upper RPM. Not sure if it's the TFI related or not. I've swapped TFI plugs, coil, and all. I still have the same thing. I have pretty decent mapping. It's pretty bad. I have had to buy 2 Holley 3-bar sensors. The first one was bad out of the box. Wow. I hope mine isn't bad. I just did one. It made more power by deleting all the bends. Well, I'm still going to have this set up to where it's open downpipe. Like my exhaust piece, like that, if you look back in the live stream, I got an exhaust piece that comes off the down 3.5 inch to 3 on a reducer. It's about that long, and it's got the flex coupler in it for the, the flex or whatever. We just zip that off when we race, and I run open downpipe when we race. And then when I come home, the exhaust will be physically mounted to the car. All I do is put, I just put it back in, put the V-bands back in, drive it to the lake, drive it out, drive it on the street. No exhaust fumes coming up, not too loud. We'll see. I appreciate that Honda Tech 5000. Hanlon, it's going to be pretty neat to see it all finished up and running. You know what? It's going to be a good video. I'm going to do a short video on the sound of it. Now, if you remember Brutal, it was about a year ago. He was over Joe Nate's house, and he did the straight pipe on his Calypso clone. And the black car used to be straight piped, and I loved the way it sounded. It sounded like an old truck. But Brutal was like, it sounds garbage. He did his, and it said it sounded garbage. But this is the first time I'm actually putting mufflers on a turbo kit, so they're definitely straight through. If you remember seeing the videos of me showing the Borlas. So Borlas are supposed to be some pretty nasty, pretty cool sounding mufflers, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, straight up turbo, man. I got a 12, 18-inch piece. To be honest with you, what I actually engineered here was I engineered a piece so I didn't have to fool with none of my exhaust if I wanted to take my trans out. So where my mount for my 3.5 to 3-inch reducer, where it meets the merge collector that's mounted to the body, literally sits an inch behind my crossover. So all I have to do is on V-band, take my section out that I usually take out to race with, and I could actually drop my trans and my cross member and everything without fooling with the rest of the exhaust. Everything else is hard mounted to the car. Pretty cool idea. Jimmer Willie, what headers and what size pipe? What do you mean? It's a turbo kit. 3.5 inch downpipe. 3.5 inch downpipe to a 3-inch dual exhaust. I appreciate that, Paul. What about Spintech 9000 mufflers? I don't think I've ever heard those before. Honda Tech 5000 had straight through on my Supra. Yeah, it don't sound bad. I don't mind it. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It didn't sound bad at all. But I was running a 351 stock bottom end, big heads, big intake, big turbo kit to a 3.5 inch downpipe, which I have in the car now with the 363 that I've modified. But it was running into like a 2.5 inch dual exhaust. It was garbage. It was terrible. It was, talk about getting choked up. That's what I was asking. It's an on-3 modified turbo. Honestly, this is just, I took the on-3 kit and made my own, if that makes any sense. I got a 3.5 inch downpipe off my Precision Jimmer, and it comes down and meets a 3.5 inch reducer pipe with a flex coupler, and then I just built the 3-inch Borla 3-inch tail dual exhaust. And I haven't made it so I don't have to take it down anymore. Blue collar, I use Jones mufflers. I've never heard of that before. Full bore. Pimp, I've not heard Spintex. 351 straight pipe with turbo sounds pretty good. Yeah, it's got a chop to it. It's got a chop to it for sure. What other questions you guys got? So, I literally have less than 2 weeks to get the rest of this exhaust done and to get the Holley Terminator X in. I'm gonna be busy this week. That's gonna be crazy. But we are coming down to Ford Takeover with 2 cars. Granted, we make it there, everything's good. I don't see why we would, but we should be down there with the black car and Dad's car. I'm building my top end. My machine guy wants to know how to fit the lifters. Wants to know how the lifters can take before they lift the dog bones. I mean, you talk about the stock lifters or you talking about aftermarket lifters? There's a good video of Jones full bore Chevy truck. Nice. Um, 570. I think it's right around 570, 580 on my lift. But I have link bar lifters in my 363. Terminator install is not a huge deal, honestly. They did a good job with the ease of the installation. Yeah, I'm just trying to catch it on the. I'm trying to catch a video of it. So. So what else? How many of you guys are actually going to Ford Takeover? Who all will I see there? And are you bringing your cars? Are you doing some racing, doing some dynoing, show car? That's like a 10-hour trip for me. It's rough. I'm sorry, Robert. I didn't mean that for you. Ford Takeover is going to be in Jackson, Tennessee. It's next week, end of next week. The 6th, the 7th and 8th, which is a Friday and a Saturday. We're going to leave out on the 6th on a Thursday. We should make it, we should be close Thursday night. And then I think there's something going on Friday, like a meet and greet. I don't know. See if I can bring in Anderson and our cars to the future ones. Yeah, isn't there a second one this year? Isn't there 2 dates? I can make it to Canadian. Man, that sucks, Anthony. Hey, let me tell you what. I tried to send some GT40 heads across the border. They're taking forever to get to the guy. I mean, I get it. That's not too far, Turbo Man. I was planning on going. Life got in the way. That's a 5-hour drive. Butcher Speed, still building. Hope next year. Now, I think, like I said, I think he's got multiple dates for an event. I think it's 5/7, 5/8, but I also think there's. Let me check on my Facebook here. I want to say that I can't type. Burn my thumb. I want to say there's a second event. I don't know if Foxcast is here in my chat or not, or Brutal. But one of y'all chime in. I want to say there's one in. August. No, August or October, whatever. Brutal mentioned a FTO South early on. All right, so Brutal's not doing FTO South this year. I think he's planning on doing it early next year. So I think the second date that Foxcast had set up, I think was supposed to be for that one, and I think maybe he's gonna throw. You know what? I don't want to assume, but let's get this Ford takeover out of the way, and I'm sure he'll announce the second one if there is one. So I don't want to be rumoring stuff, but I want to vaguely say that I remember seeing 2 dates. I think you're right about the second event. Ocean City is the best I can do. I'd like to go to all of them. I'd honestly like to. I want to go to. I'm thinking about going to Kenneth Sean. If you haven't had a chance to check out Blue Oval Media, shout out to him. But I think Kenny's got a big event coming up in Chicago, and I'm looking to make that possibly too. Because Chicago is not too far from me. It's 6 to 8 hours ish. It's a lot closer than Tennessee, but you know, it looks like it's going to be a really cool. His promo impressed me on his video, so thinking about showing up. Did you check the static timing of the rev at 20? Okay. There's so many Fox ones, man. Like, I want to go to Mustang Week as well, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, these events aren't cheap. You know, I got $1,000 in just hotel charges for the next weekend, not including fuel. And it's going to be crazy. You know, going to these events aren't cheap at all. What else I got going on? Our TKO 600 is leaving this week. She going bye-bye. Everybody say goodbye. That transmission's been in 8 Fox bodies. It's been broken 3 times. The faceplate's been fixed 3 times. She's seen her days. Good work. I'm surprised there isn't any big events on the East Coast. Yeah. Hey Dan, when is there going to be something near you that go to my mom's house and you see you locally? I do some Renegade racing. I don't think there's anything local to me. Ocean City, I'm in Maryland. Yep. Mr. Green Guy 01, what's going on, guy? Welcome to the channel. You guys haven't already, if you're watching, make sure you hit that like. Helps the channel grow. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you haven't. I don't bum you guys out with crappy videos. At least I try not to. They're all right. So, how many of you guys have ordered a Terminator X and it's on back order? Since they're talking about it. Yeah, maybe I'll be part of an event somewhere in the East Coast. We do there's a couple big events that happen around here that are local events. Excuse me. I know my dude, the Irishman, Kevin Cragen, if he's watching, the guy who owns the dyno that I'm partnered with, he puts on a big car show every year. It's called, I think he puts on a big diesel event too, I think. You got paid for the TKO and the, yes. Yeah, the TKO buyer just bought it, Donnie. He's excited to get it. Spoiler alert, my coupe gonna see track next month. Nice. You running on E85? Are you still stick shift, Justin, or did you switch to an automatic? You got about 5 more minutes, boys. You guys got any questions? 5 more minutes-ish. Whatever. I was going to order Holly, but I want to give Micro Squirt a try and push the limit of it. Yeah? About... What's up, Brian GT101? E85 on a built 470 manual valve body. Nice. Texas Innovate. I was going to order a Holly, but a micro... Okay, I just mentioned that. So, Micro Squirt, the wide open throttle, what I've had my experience, my honest experiences with Micro Squirt is just the idle is just a PETA. You know, it works fine, wide open throttle, whatever. It's a tuning software, whatever, but the idle's such a pain to figure out. What's up, Roy Gustafson in the house? One of my oldest members. How you been, brother? Appreciate you. There's no back order on Holly Dominator, yeah. What's up, Clay Zentz? It's good to see you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while. We was just about to wrap it up here shortly. Figured I'd say stay on for a few more minutes. But yeah, we got a lot to do still to get ready for Fort Tigger. I've been busting my ass getting this car ready. I probably shouldn't have spent 15 hours on the exhaust this weekend, but probably could have had the Holly Terminator already in it. But at least I figured out the oil. Cost me an A9L, but I figured out the oil leak. So what else? Hey, Blue Collar, any idea when you're getting a minute to pull that out for me? Okay. Fox bodies keep going up. That's right. Prices don't lie. See, it's kind of funny. It's funny you bring that up, Brian GT101, because there's nothing to be mad about. Like, Kenny just made a video at Blue Oval Media. Make sure you check it. He vlogged and talked about his thoughts on it. And to be honest with you guys, it's a good thing they're going up in price. Like, we all own them. So that's just going to make, it's like, who gets mad that their property value goes up on their house? You know what I mean? This was going to happen anyways. Regardless of what you, I, or me, you, or whoever thinks, this was going to happen anyways. This is a very popular car. And they made a lot of them, so there was enough for us to have a nice large genre of people. Like, we probably got one of the bigger car genres, like, out there. Like, you know, they made a lot of Fox bodies, so there's a lot of people that own them that are enthusiasts. So it's a good thing, in my opinion. Who's the ass with the thumbs down? Hey, Mike, that's all good. You know, little do those people know that thumbs down, the actual channel, that's an analytic that YouTube doesn't care about. Thumbs up, thumbs down is considered engagement. And when you have engagement, whether the comment's crappy or good, it's still a plus for your channel. I'm just glad I bought the car before the price shot up. Yep. Now, there's no reason to make it a toilet paper scare. You know what I mean? There's no reason to make Fox bodies and Fox body prices like toilet paper was a year ago, if you guys remember. I mean, why was toilet paper the thing that was missing in the whole COVID scare? You get my metaphor, though. It's just, there's no reason to freak out and panic, because that's just going to drive the prices up even more. But there's a lot of people that's entering the car and enthusiast Fox body genre, you know, especially with all the parts that are available, with even the people who enjoy the LS swaps. You know, it's why I don't cut up good cars. I don't cut up good shells. I don't cut up cars that can be saved. Don't do it. I'll cut up a car that's absolutely destroyed, rotted, or wrecked. Maybe. But even those cars can be saved. Just It's not in my game plan. William with the Silver Sport is in the house. What's up? Silver Sport, what? Trans? Appreciate you, William. Saving the cars. Like, I'm just sitting on Foxbodies because, like, I want to rebuild them all, but I can't. But I know that somebody can. Like, unless it's rotted to the point that they can't be, even then it's a, like, I got like the car that I'm getting ready to have to get rid of, a tree fell on the car. So, yeah, it's pretty effed. What's up, Stimky? Okay, thanks, Blue. It's just pain. Okay. 1K plus. There you go. 1,000 horsepower. So, what else we got? I'm thinking about doing setting my next few streams up on StreamYard and bringing somebody in to talk Foxbodies with me. I might bring in my buddy Mustang Mike first because he's a very, very, very hardcore Foxbody fan, just Mustang fan in general, and he's just you know, I could get him in on his phone and we could chat some Foxbodies. You guys will enjoy our conversation. Maybe I'll have a stream with some of the other content creators, and we can shoot bull back and forth. $1,200 for what? It's just a pain in the butt. Really don't want to spend $1,200 if I don't have to right now. For the Terminator X, probably. What do you think of the Terminator X compared to the Pro M system? William, Terminator X was made by a Foxbody guy. All the inputs, even though they share with GM stuff, doesn't matter. It's literally that dumb easy to install for the most part. I wouldn't think twice with the Harley Terminator X. It's the reason why I bought it. I bought it because I just had to see what the hype was all about. And just by looking at the box and looking at the stuff that it came with, I already know this is going to be not only an easy install, but it's going to be down the earth and ready to go. I got my tune right here on my laptop from Holly.com already set up. Donnie B at Anderson Ford Motorsports has helped me a little bit, you know, because he's pretty legit with knowing how the Terminator works. So if you guys got any questions, I'm going to shout him out. Donnie B here in the channel has got a YouTube channel. He also runs the Anderson Ford Motorsports channel. So you could hit 2 in 1 right there. But he is a dealer with Holly. He is also a dealer with multiple other companies. And Anderson Ford Motorsports has been in the game a long time. They're like an OG company from many years ago. So make sure you check out Donnie B if you have any questions. That's who I pre-ordered my Terminator X through. And, you know, make sure you shop around. I mean, everybody's got them. Some's got them on back order, some don't. But, yeah, Anderson Ford Motorsports was the discussion in the 90s. Also want to shout out Hanlon Motorsports again. Andrew Hanlon's here in channel. If you got any transmission stuff you want to talk about, you want to get hooked up with a deal, sort of, I don't know. I mean, he's very competitive with all of his T5, T56, 3550, 3650, clutches, flywheels, whatever. He also is a dealer with many people. So these guys do not pay me to say these things. These guys just are good people that I've been doing business with a long time. And I did send an email to CRX Racing. Let's see how they respond to my twin turbo question. You plan on using factory gauge, Dan? For now. Pimp, how much is a complete Terminator kit? Well, with the 3-bar, which you should get, with the computer laptop cord, and I guess everybody's saying get the dual sync distributor. You know, I don't know how much the distributor is, but you're probably looking at about $1,500 total. Everybody showed me the Terminator shopping list. It's over $3K for all the parts. That's probably for a Coyote swap. William Lane, I have a 11R 190 heads with no engine management system yet. And money isn't an issue going power out or next. Get the Terminator then. Check out my build as well. Okay, so now that I got you guys, I got some more people in the channel. I'll show my exhaust again real quick. And share the, by the way, my A9L went out 3 days after I bought the Terminator X. I shared that story earlier in the live stream for those that didn't see it. I had that A9L for 10 years. It's like losing them. It's like losing my dog. It's just like, man, just upset, bro. Okay, so disclaimer, camera's gonna move again. I'm gonna go real quick and then we're gonna get out of here. So I'll get back in the chat. For those guys that just joined the chat recently, earlier in the live stream, I'm gonna keep this camera as still as possible. I go overboard when I buy shit, so I got an Amazon box. Here's the number. It's a big 3-inch thing. Had just a whole boatload of 3-inch stuff. And then I bought some V-bands and total V-bands and some exhaust hangers. And yeah, I bought all kind of crap. But I built my own exhaust. 3-inch Flowmasters from LMR. Borla XS mufflers from Summit. I think the tailpipes were $350, and I think the two Borlas each were $100 each or something like that. And then all that's custom made. I did buy the 3-inch mandrel bent stuff, but I do have like collectors and stuff in here. I don't really care because nobody's gonna really care that much. And then the merge collector, 3.5 to 3-inch reducer with the flex coupler. I got most of this already built to the car. Enough to where I can drop my drive shaft. And like I was saying earlier, I got this set up to where I could just un-V-band this right here. And I can just move, I can drop my cross member and pull my trans out without messing with none of this exhaust. And then again, I had that oil leak. I mean, what leaks in the middle of the damn pan? It doesn't make any sense. But that's what I did this weekend. You know, outside of running around trying to find other parts. I gotta pull it down. I got to pull it down and TIG and MIG everything, but it's going to have a 3-inch band here that mounts it to the floor. It's got a little rubber to it. And it's going to have 2 studs. This is just temporary. It's going to have 2 studs coming through the floor that mount it here to keep it tight. And then, of course, it's hung. I got to cut these hangers, but it's hung from the hangers in the back. I expect it to be pretty cool. Spent a lot of time with it. I'm pretty proud with it. So my car's a street car, man. It's a race car, street car. It's not stripped out. It's not automatic. All right, so that's about all I got for you guys tonight. Got about 5 more minutes real quick. If you guys got anything for me, like I said, I want to shout out some of the channels out there, do a little maintenance. I already shouted out Hanlon and Donnie B. Appreciate you guys' help with some of the stuff that I've had questions about. You know, I want to shout out to Brutal, my dude Brutal. He's working hard on that C4, man. Look forward to seeing him at FTO. Get to see that little Calypso race. You know, obviously Foxcast, shout out for throwing the event. You know, and Blue Oval Media, Gearhead 704, The Infamous Project. I appreciate a lot of his videos. Paul D. Fox is here in the channel. Justin91LX is in the channel. Those guys all have channels as well. 5-0 Tussin back in the house. It's good to see you back. Again, I said that earlier in the stream, but man, 5-0 Tussin is the old school YouTube, baby. Welcome back. But anyways, if you haven't had a chance to check out some of those channels, I know I'm missing a bunch of them. I can't think of all of them right now because I'm absolutely tired. But anyways, I am going to end this stream there. Again, if you want to check out my membership on my channel, it's pinned, but I'm also just linked it there. Guys, we're going to be doing 4 giveaways at the end of the year for each level of membership. It's going to be crazy. You don't want to miss it. Anyways, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like on the way out. Make sure you check out some of those channels that I've been talking about in the live stream. I got to get back in the lab tomorrow after I do some work. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody in the green. You guys are my club members now. I got t-shirts coming from FTO, for FTO. Yours are involved with that too. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the great stream. I appreciate the guys in the green. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Cousin Paul, Cousin Fred. I love you guys like brothers.